Hey Sagittarius, it is CJ here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. I hope you're doing great today, Saggy. I'm going to be doing a general reading for you, not a one-to-one. Keep that in mind. Today, it is October 28th, 2025. Just to let you know what day it is, although my readings are usually timeless, which means this something might have happened already, or this could be something that's happening down the road, if I could speak properly. Mercury retrograde, right? Pre-shadow. Woo! Doing a number on CJ here. All right, Saggy, we're going to get into your reading. Just a couple of things. I want to take a moment to say thank you so much for all of your love and your support. You guys are just amazing, and I read every single comment. I try to respond. Know that I read them all, and I see how you each support one another. Oh, just lights up my life. So thank you so much. And thank you for the likes and the subscribes and all that jazz. What else? The other thing is just remember it may not resonate with everyone, right? I don't really think that is possible. So keep that in mind as you're listening to this reading. And thanks for taking the time to be here, babe. I love you and I appreciate you. Okay, so Sag, and I hope you had a good weekend too. Although it is Tuesday, I hope the weekend was good. What is it? Friday is Halloween, isn't it? And then we're into November. I cannot believe how fast this year's gone. Okay. That was a lot of big spiel. All right. So Sag, when I was meditating on your energy, what my guys showed me, they showed me the hourglass. Now, amazing. I remember what it's called because they gave it to me. They didn't show me anything else but this beautiful hourglass. Now, okay, hourglass, you use them in games. Maybe people, it's a timer really, right? So I feel like what that message is talking about, it's kind of like that, and maybe it's even for myself as well, right? The reminder of nothing lasts forever. If we're going through shit, it's not going to stay shitty forever, although sometimes it feels like it. It could also just be that reminder of if there's something you're wanting to do, something you're wanting to achieve, the time is now, right, to push through, okay? Felt quite significant in that way of that sand grains kind of coming through. Or maybe one of you has that or you got one and I'm talking directly to you maybe. Okay, but nevertheless, we'll keep that in mind as we get into your reading. Let's get started. I'm going to open up with the Wisdom Oracle and we will begin. Oh, one final note too. I've had a few requests for private readings. My schedule right now is pretty booked up, so I'm not going to be taking any more for the next bit. I'll let you know when. If you have sent an email or something, give me a little bit of time, maybe 5-6 days. I'll try and get back to you. Just trying to organize things, personal life, all that kind of jazz, but I'm sure you understand. Okay, with that, Sag, let us begin. Let's see what's on the bottom. All right, Spirit, show me what this is about for Sagittarius, our fire sign. We have message in a bottle on the bottom. Okay, it's number 15. Okay, that is a 6. So 6s for me are about that balance, that harmony coming in, like what you've been putting out, you receiving. But this card's talking about some kind of message. Hopefully you can see that very clearly. There's a phone already in a bottle. Perhaps some of you, they're giving this to me. Some of you might have been having dreams. Dreams. Communication coming through. Obviously, this could be communication as far as a phone, right? A text. But there's something connected to dreams. So if you've been dreaming or something, maybe this is for you, right? Pay attention to your dreams as well. So message in a bottle. We have come to the edge next. Number 36. Okay, wow. So this is like taking a chance. Taking a chance, taking a leap of faith. Again, this could be really maybe about your career, Sag. Obviously, it doesn't have to be, but it could very well be about something that you've been pursuing or something that you've been wanting to pursue. And again, connecting that with that hourglass could be Spirit's way of saying, like, do it. Just do it. Take the leap of faith. Take that risk. Take that jump. Trusting that you're going to be caught. Okay? Change in the wind is up next. All right? Well, that indicates that there's something changing for you. It is number 12, so it is a 3. That is about alignment, Sag. So something coming in that is going to change your life. Okay, and then one more. They want me to go one more, so we'll go one more. We have serendipity. Wow. Okay, number 18, so that is a 9. 9's for me are about coming to a conclusion, coming to an ending, right? So serendipity, though, this is like everything lining up for you, even if you don't see it right now. Kind of feels like a lot of good luck with this card right now, for me. Okay, so let's see what's coming out. So let's see what Spirit's message is. All right, Spirit, thank you so much, as always, for guiding me in these readings for Sagittarius, our fire sign. What is the message for those that this is their reading? What is the message? What is the message? Oh, that almost all slipped out here. What is the message for Sagittarius, please? Hourglass. Okay. Whoa. Okay, we can't take all these, but I will show you the bottom. It is happy, happy. Somehow, I had a feeling this was going to show up in your reading. And it is number 8 or 26. Gosh, it's getting warm in my room. Which is an 8, right? And 8s are all about your power, Sag. Okay, so happy, happy. Something changing, some message, something coming in, some news. Some news coming in, perhaps. I want to say that pushes things along. Interesting, but I really can't take all these cards because we've got like, there's too many. There's like 4 cards. I'm going to put them back. Hopefully Spirit doesn't mind. And let's go again. All right. Spirit, please, could we have a few less cards? A few less cards for Sagittarius. Kind of fighting off, I think, a little bit of a cold too. So if my voice isn't super loud right now, Sag, bear with me. I've been making that, have you ever heard of fire honey? I've been sipping on that a little bit lately. So hopefully my voice is clear in this reading. Okay. What is the message, Spirit? Please, if we could get 1 card. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Well, can't make it up. Serendipity again. So there it is. There is that kind of divine timing, right? Luck, preparation, prepared with opportunity that is coming towards you. Again, Sag, you might not feel it right now, right? You might not be in that energy at this moment, but it's coming. Bottom of the deck, we have 2 the sea. I like that. Because that is about taking some time out for yourself. It is about really evaluating what direction you want to go in. Remember the come to the edge card? There's a feeling with that. Don't know if they're going to give me the specifics here because I almost feel like I'm reading for quite a few different timelines. But there's a feeling with that come to the edge of really having to go within yourself, like really trusting yourself on the decisions you're making as you're moving forward. To the sea is about that. Oh my gosh, excuse me, getting very congested. To the sea is about being on your own, wherever that might be, right? It doesn't have to be in the water, but it is about taking that time out for yourself to really connect with what you're wanting and what direction you're wanting to head in, Sag. I feel like that's going to be a very strong message for those of you that have been planning something, have been thinking about doing something, but have been hesitant for some reason. It's for you to get the clarity to push through and take that chance, take that risk. Okay? We do have here and now next. And we have between worlds as well. Here and now is that beautiful reminder, again, almost like the hourglass of, we can't get back our past. We don't know how much we have of our future. So it's very important to take action now in the present. I wonder what this is about. I'm not getting anything specific. All right, let's get into the tarot. I'm going to have a quick sip of water, see if that'll clear my throat a bit. All right. Okay. Gosh. Let's get into the Sag. Let's see what Spirit has for you. I don't know where to go today. Let me see if I can tune in a bit. I think I'm going to start... I'm going to just start off with a traditional Rider-Waite deck. Let's start here. Okay. Wow. Well, bottom of the deck is the 10 of Cups, Sag, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, this could be something about a relationship, right? It could be about taking that next step. Maybe someone wants to propose. Maybe someone wants to move in together. Excuse me. Because the 10 of Cups is that, we always talk about it being the happy ever after, right? The kids, the family, the dog, or the whatever is a happy ever after for you. Being on the bottom, this does feel very beautiful. We have the Page of Swords next. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is our air energy. This is about opportunities and things coming your way where you kind of have so much that is coming towards you. Again, connecting. Now they're showing me the message in the bottle. Message, okay? Where something is coming in that does change it. And the thing is here, when I look at this, they've guided me to look at it like this. The Page of Swords is looking directly, gosh, I'm going to hold it up like that, is looking towards the 10 of Cups. So I feel like whatever message, if there's a message coming in, right, it feels to me, Sag, that this changes your life. Again, you don't have to have a family or any of that stuff. But whatever makes you really, really happy, it feels like that is going to connect to bringing that towards you. I hope that makes sense. We have the Six of Pentacles next. So, okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is our money, our resources, our stability. This is all about balance, right? Equal balance. Things coming into balance even. And then we have the Magician. So, there is that manifesting energy coming in here, Sag. Something that you've been wanting to manifest, something that you've been dreaming about coming to fruition here. It's evident with that serendipity that it is the divine timing that's happening. But again, I got to say something with this to the sea. There's a feeling of, I'm not sure if confusion is the right word. I don't think that's quite the right word, but what my guides are giving me with this to the sea, it almost is like the feeling of where you really want something. You really want something to happen, right? I can't even think of an example right now. But there is a little bit of a wave of doubt, and you're not really trusting it. I'm feeling the message here from Spirit is trust, take the chance. Okay? Magician is a very powerful energy. It's number 1. And this means that you have everything you need in order to manifest exactly what you're wanting, Sag. Okay? The Emperor's next. That's Aries energy. That is about taking control, right? Making the decisions that you need to make. Again, being very much in control and knowing what you want and pursuing that. Okay, very interesting. Let's see. All right. Okay, beautiful, Spirit, for Sagittarius. The message, please. What is the message? October 28th, 2025. What is the message? Thank you. We have the Hierophant, okay, but it is in reverse, and I do feel like I need to take it in reverse right now. Wow, okay. So the Hierophant upright, Taurus's energy, right? Major Arcana as well. So the Hierophant is number 5 too. I want to say that because that does indicate change, right? The number 5, if we allow the change in, for sure. The Hierophant upright is about our wisdom, our knowledge, everything that we've gained, everything that we store within ourselves from our travels in this lifetime. Being wise, knowledgeable. It is also about, contracts, commitments, because it is tradition. But it's come out in reverse. And this is correlating to me with to the sea. There's some part, and I don't know who I'm speaking to, my love, but there's some energy here that has doubts. That's what I'm really getting. I'm really getting doubts that you're not trusting yourself. Now, we all do that, right? We all do that. No one's full of confidence all the time. We don't all go, no, that everything that we do is going to work out. It doesn't always work that way. So Spirit is showing me that, though, is that there's this, like I said, there's a little bit of doubt for some reason. Hence why it's important for you to make sure you're getting some time so that you can really tune into your inner guidance system, Sag. What is your intuition telling you? What is your gut telling you? I say that because we have the 7 of Wands also on the bottom. 7 of Wands is your energy. It's Aries and Leo, right? But this is a defensive energy. What does that mean? Well, you could be defending yourself, of course, against others. But how they're connecting this to me is that there is a little bit of that. When we have apprehension, sometimes we become more defensive because we don't want to fail or we don't want to get hurt, however that might be. And that's what I'm getting from the 7 of Wands. The interesting thing is Spirit is giving the star underneath the 7 of Wands. And the star is Aquarius' energy, another major arcana as well. But this is about healing and releasing, right? Releasing our doubts, releasing our fears, and healing ourselves so that we align with what we're so capable of doing. And you are so capable of everything. There's something going on here, Sag. I got to be honest here because I've got the 3 of Swords poking out over here. I can show it to you. It's poking out. Underneath that is the Knight of Cups, which is one of the more romantic cards out of the deck, really, if you want to think about it that way. Pursuing what you love, pursuing who you love. But there seems to be, again, this hesitation. And underneath the star is the 5 of Cups. So there is, okay, this could be a long one. 5 of Cups, again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is regret, sadness. All the cups have spilled, right? You can't see the other 2. that are still upright, because it's almost like a mourning energy. It's yeah, it's that energy of like it didn't work out, and sometimes it can be quite devastating. And what I'm sensing here, for whoever I'm speaking to, there is something like that lingering in your heart, maybe in your subconscious. There's something that feels like you're almost saying to yourself that, I don't know how to put this. This is what I want to say to you. You are good enough. You are worthy. Push through this, whatever this might be. I feel like this is connected to the past. The past. And again, I feel like this might be getting in the way of all your dreams manifesting, Sag. Whether that be a wonderful relationship, whether that be, having really wonderful financial security, whether that be writing that book and publishing it, whatever it is, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this is a pretty big spread as far as the energy that's coming through here. Okay, so the star is indicating there is a need to allow yourself to heal. Right now they're giving me the feeling of the Ace of Cups, which is like, the brand new start where your heart is healed and it can be completely open, and you are excited to love things and love people and excited to receive love. That's what they're showing me here. Okay. All right, I'm going to need another sip of water. All right. Speaking of love, I love you. Okay, let's continue. Thank you so much, Spirit. What else? What else is going on for Sagittarius? My beautiful Sagittarius. Wow, that just flew out. The Empress. Exactly. So the Empress, again, is a Taurus card. So maybe you have a Taurus placement. Could very well be. There could be a Taurus that is involved in your life. But you see how this is shifting. If you're healing and you're letting go the doubts or the what ifs, what if this doesn't work out? What if that doesn't work out? Sagitt is going to. Serendipity is showing up for that reason, right? This is when it is meant. It's written in the stars so that it's going to happen for you. The Empress coming out is a reminder here of what's waiting for you on the other side. The Empress is abundance, prosperity, where you're very healed so that you're open to, like, you can, again, I'm probably repeating myself, but where you're able to really love and you're able to receive love. That's a very healing energy as well. Let me show this to you again. Beautiful. And on the bottom, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So some feminine energy coming in here, which I find interesting. We all have masculine and feminine, right? For me, masculine typically connects more to taking more action. Where when the feminine side comes out, to me, that is more of receptive, right? Like, again, being open. This is a reading that's like, almost like Spirit is saying, you got to open up, my love, open up. Everything's going to happen for you. You just have to open up. So the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom, right? Stability. Again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So that's 3 cards possibly of Taurus. But very grounded, very financially secure, very connected to nature, very trusting in what happens, right? Yeah, I can't think of what else to say on the Queen of Pentacles, but it is a beautiful energy. With the Empress, this does feel like double prosperity, double success, Sag. So we got to get out of our way is what I'm feeling here. Okay, let's keep going. Not getting specifics. Not yet anyways. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What else for Sagittarius, please? What else? I just seen the Queen of Wands as well, which is a very creative, powerful energy. That's yours, your feminine side. Show me more, please. Okay. Wow. I said I just seen the Queen of Wands, and guess what just came out? The Queen of Wands. Okay, so Sag, this is your energy. Could be Aries and Leo. I got to say that, right? Because it is a general reading here. This is you. This is that part of you that is... You light up a room when you walk in. Again, it does not matter. Masculine and feminine. We have both. This is the magic. This is you creating the magic. This is being very creative. She's the queen, right? So she's gone through everything. Now she sits adorned with all the sunflowers around. And that black cat, right? So again, taking chances, being adventurous, taking that leap of faith, coming to the edge, Sag. it's very wild how I'm feeling right now, because I do almost feel, it almost feels to me like this is, well, I guess it would depend on who is in your life, but it almost feels like a whole bunch of feminine angels that are kind of watching over you. And it doesn't, again, does not matter what sex we are here, okay? But it feels like there's a lot of support, a lot of cheering you on to get clear, to get very clear. Again, know what you want, and then believe it, see it happening. Again, I don't know what this is. This could be, I'm feeling like there's a lot of creativity going on here, but almost like afraid to push forward for fear of maybe it not succeeding. But again, I got to bring you back to the serendipity, and I know I'm repeating, but this is coming from spirit. I'm just channeling the message here. Serendipity is telling you that it is all meant to be, but you have to allow it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So I did speak about this, the Knight of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio again. Pursuing what it is that you love, okay? So whether that's that person, that dream job, that dream home, that dream career, whatever the hell this is for you, it feels safe. It feels like you're meant to do this. You're meant to do this. So if this is something you've been working on, something that you've been desiring, Sag, and you've been going, but oh, what if it doesn't work? I'm not gonna push through. I feel like Spirit is coming through here saying, push bloody well through. Okay? It's followed by the Three of Cups underneath that, so that would be celebration. Ooh, okay, we're going to keep going on the bottom of the deck, I guess. Three of Cups, celebration, success, followed by the Chariot. Chariot is Cancer's energy. Look at all this water, like a lot of water, a lot of emotion, a lot of that receptive energy coming through. Chariot is success, Sag, right? This is driving your chariot, determining the direction you're going in. But again, the horses represent speed. So to me, that feels like something really changing quite quickly for you in a very uplifting way. Okay, we're going to go a little bit more. Thank you so much, Spirit. Move this like that. Yeah. Okay, and what else would you like Sagittarius to know? Just seen the Wheel of Fortune. What else? For those that this is their reading. Okay. Cards are jumping everywhere now. Show me a little bit more, please, Spirit. For those Saggies that this is their reading and your message is for them. Okay, I'm going to reground for a sec. Okay, what do we have on the bottom? Page of Wands. So Sag, again, this is the beginners. Pages are the beginners. So it is like Spirit's going, you got to take the first step, sweetheart. You got to take that first step. It's going to be exciting. Okay. All right, Spirit, can we get a little bit more on the table? Thank you. Wow. Okay, that one won't go in, so I will take it as well. Wow, okay. We have the Two of Cups and we have the Eight of Swords. So, I'm going to move this over again. So Two of Cups, again, another water energy, right? So that's our emotions, our relationships, is how we feel about ourselves. Obviously how we feel about others and how others make us feel. Two of Cups is a partnership. Now this could totally be about love, like I said at the very beginning. This could be, oh, I really like that person, but I don't want to be rejected, so I'm not going to reach out. Again, Spirit is saying, reach out. Like there's no harm here. Remember the hourglass. Showing that to me again. But again, Two of Cups does not have to be romantic, although it sure can be. But this can also be that partnership, right? It can be with someone else that you're building a business with, or you're starting an entrepreneurship or something, and it's someone that is got your back. The other way the Two of Cups can be, Sag, is about you. You becoming the feminine and the masculine side of yourself and becoming whole. It's a beautiful energy. The question here, though, is the Eight of Cups would not go back or the Eight of Swords would not go back in the deck. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, again, our air energy, our thoughts, our communication with ourselves, with others. This is a card of restriction, not feeling like you have the power. Blindfolded, tied up, feeling like you don't have any say. I think for those of you that or if this is your reading and it's resonating with you, I do feel it is really important for you to be, I know I've said this many times before, but I really think there's a need for you to get quiet within yourself, Sag. Because I feel like you're holding the key to this door opening up, that is needed to open up, that is wanting to open up, that is meant to open up. But there is some part within that's holding you back. We have the sun on the bottom. Leo's energy, another major arcana. The sun, when it shows up, Sag, it is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck of the vibration. It is success, freedom, joy. It's happiness. It's laughter, and love and positivity. Again, and there's a little child on this horse, right? The vulnerability. But I think it's okay for you to be vulnerable here because it's worth taking the risk is what I'm receiving. Okay? We have the Ace of Wands underneath that as well. So that's that brand new start, that seed, starting over, planting that seed, nurturing it, watching it grow. I'm just kind of puzzled on this Eight of Swords. Not puzzled. I'm not puzzled because I get what's going on here. I'm going to go into another deck. Let's see if we can get a little clarifying going on. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Let's go Fountain deck. Have a quick look on the bottom. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups, what I just spoke about not that long ago. We have the Moon following it, which is Pisces energy. Now the Moon, the Moon is an interesting card. It's a powerful card. It is our emotions. It controls our emotions. It's our intuition, right? Which I'm feeling Spirit is guiding you to listen to your intuition, to really listen to that instant feeling you get. Because we don't see as clearly when the moon shows up. As big and beautiful and bright as it is, we still can't see as clearly as the sun that we just had. But in that way, that's kind of can be what scares us for taking that chance, to taking that leap of faith. Because we can't see what's around the corner. We can't see clearly what's in front, right? So that's why it's so important to really listen to what you're saying, what you are wanting, what you're desiring. We have the Eight of Cups next. I cannot believe the amount of water that it feels like that's been in this reading. It's the Eight of Cups. This is leaving other things behind, whatever hasn't worked for you. Again, so you have the Eight of Swords, now you have the Eight of Cups, right? Letting that go, leaving it behind, moving forward. And we have the Four of Swords showing up as well. So you see, this does feel like some kind of inner struggle in a certain way. Now, obviously, outside energies are participating in this. But it's about your power. It's about your desire here. Okay, I'm just going to show you that, the Four of Swords. Okay, Spirit, can you show me a little more detail on the I'm just going to move this out of the way. The Eight of Swords, please. What part? Well, can you give me a little bit more information, a little bit more deep dive onto what is this restriction that is in our head? But damn, in life, it can feel very, very real. It can feel very true, like we are very stuck. What is the Eight of Swords here for? What is that about? Can you show me what the Eight of Swords is about, please? Whoa, that jumped right into my hand. Wow. The King of Wands and the King of Cups. So the masculine is now coming out with the Chariot on the bottom. Okay. Well, King of Wands is your energy. This is taking the lead. This is taking taking your determination and pushing all the way through. Again, it is the creative. It is that entrepreneurship. It is that beautiful, powerful, determined energy with the King of Cups. Which again is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is emotions balanced. This is feeling very in flow, nothing throwing you off, right? You know yourself very well. You know your emotions. And you're able to open up and love. So what is this? Why is this being held back? And then we have the Chariot on the bottom again. So this could be two people that might be getting in your way, of course. One fire sign, one water, possibly. Doesn't have to be. Or you're feeling like you're not, I don't know. Something is tied here, connected to your determination and your emotions. Something is not free flowing here, but it should be. And then we have even the Justice card after that. So success and balance coming in. Let's go one more time. Anything else, please, on the King of Wands and the King of Cups and the Eight of Swords? Anything else, please, Spirit? Okay. Anything else? Perhaps it is a fire sign or a water sign that somewhere in your life has somehow made you feel that you don't have as much power, or you don't have... What are you saying to me? Okay, I'm getting this. This is really weird. I'm getting... And it's almost like they're saying that someone had said... you don't got what it's you don't got what it's taking, what it takes. You don't got what it takes. What is that? What is that, Sag? You don't got what it takes. So that's going on. That's almost on repeat in my head. So I'm wondering if that is part of the blockage here. If that is part of the blockage, and again, maybe it isn't the masculine. Could be a feminine that has more masculine traits. Yeah, we got the Ace of Swords on the bottom, which is getting the aha moment, getting the clarity, the light coming on, seeing it clear for probably the first time. That frees you from whatever this is for you, feeling stuck. Okay, will you give me one more for the King of Wands? Okay. The Tower with the Magician. So, the Tower, Sag. I do feel the Spirit is saying that there's some energy here that has stuck with you that somehow made you feel, again, if you're connecting with that, you don't have what it takes, is what I've heard. I don't know if that's someone said that to you or if that's how people have made you feel. And it almost like tore your, it just feels like it tore your belief of who you are down. Like you had a tower moment when this would happen. I don't know who I'm speaking to. I'm sending you so much love. Oh. Okay, I want to leave that there because we do have the Magician on the bottom, which is Spirit's way coming through saying it does not have to have any power on you anymore. You are in the driver's seat. You take charge. You take charge. So again, Sagittarius, whether this is opening your heart up to love again, to be loved again, if it's, opening yourself up to pursue that dream, I feel very, very strongly that this is a message Spirit is saying, push through. You deserve what's waiting on the other side. Okay, I'm going to go one more time. See if anything else wants to come out. I feel like this is where we're going to close it off soon. I hope this made sense. Again, if these kings make sense with the Tower, leave me a message because I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear how that goes, but that's what they've given to me. So, and I can understand how that's an impression that then we carry. And again, is that not also kind of coinciding with the here and now? The power lies in the now. Okay, all right, Spirit, thank you so much. Anything else you have for Sagittarius, for those that this is their reading? Anything else you would like them to know? Thank you. Yeah, the Hermit. Not going to take this in reverse. I don't feel like they're calling me to take it in reverse. It is the Hermit, which is very much like to the sea, Sag. This is Virgo's energy. But again, this is about you going within and trusting you. Trusting what you know about you. Finding the answers you need. Again, this is not relying on anyone else. This is about you. And with that, on the bottom, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I knew this was going to come out too. So you see what I mean? Basically what I'm getting here. Yes, I see, Spirit. I see. They're going, look at the card. Look at the cards. Nine of Swords. I see that. I think that there's probably a lot of anxiety or stress in your life at times. But again, we're pushing through that because you have the power to release yourself from anything, anyone, or anything ever happened to you up till this point in your life. You have the power to release it. It does not have to have any effect on you anymore. And that's what I feel Spirit is saying. So Sag, whatever this may be, again, I don't know what it is, let me know. But this is the divine timing thing for me. And again, it is connected with your power. Okay, I feel like that's where we're going to close your reading. The Wheel of Fortune is a very, very positive, very fortunate card. It is talking about the wheel moving and changing and spinning for you and bringing in good fortune. But again, I do feel that there is this caveat, which is about knowing exactly what you want. And when you do that, you go to the edge and you take that leap of faith, Sag. Okay, that's what I feel. All right, so where do we want to close this off? Feel a little indecisive today on the decks. Okay, let's go Pearls of Wisdom. I haven't used this for a bit. Okay, hope it helps, Sag. Oh my gosh. We have new beginnings on the bottom. Oh, I love that. I love it. Look at it. It's like a little baby. A new little baby that's just been born. And that's kind of what this feels like too, in a way. Freeing yourself. Okay, I'll read this and then we'll see what wants to come up. It says, a new idea is being born. The universe is starting the process. Participate and watch life expand in all directions. The affirmation, and I say this to you guys often, but please believe me, I do not have these cards memorized. I'm too old. There's not enough space in my brain to hold all of these cards in memory. The affirmation for this is, I am learning to be me. Chills. Wow. Okay, I am learning to be me. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much, Spirit, for guiding me in this reading for beautiful Sag. Final message to close the reading off, please. Wow, gorgeous. I just want to say one other thing, too. The Empress and the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands and the King of Cups, they almost feel like people in this reading, okay? So I just wanted to say that. Didn't want to leave anything unturned here. I'll leave that with you. Okay. Final message, please, Spirit, for Sagittarius. What is the message? Woo, okay. Let's see. We have ability and success. Okay, gorgeous. The koala bear. Sag, it says, you are being directed and what you see as a struggle is fading away. Opportunities are opening up in a number of directions. The affirmation is, I am successful. So you had new beginning and now you have ability and success. I'm telling you, that's what this message is. You're the only one that can hold you back, babe. You're the only one, okay? And I know sometimes we need to be reminded of that. I do too, okay? And on the bottom, we have awareness. So let's see what it says. It says, allow your direction to unfold as you become more aware. Healing begins in the quiet of your mind, and answers are forthcoming even if you have not asked a question. Affirmation is, I am listening. Listening to yourself. Okay, Sag, that is where we're going to close your reading off. Thank you for taking the time to be here. I appreciate you so much. I hope this helps. And just know I'm cheering you on, okay? Can't wait to hear what this is for you. All right, my love, I am sending you so much love, of course. I'm going to send you huge hugs, as always. Tons of kisses. I love you. And be happy, all right? Okay, Sag, until next time, I hope to see you again sometime. Take wonderful care of yourself.